Hi children, welcome you all to this session. Today we are going to continue our exercise 2A. You can take page number 26 in your textbook. In that you are going to start with the fourth problem. Okay children? Today we are going to continue exercise 2A. Okay, you are going to continue fourth problem. What is the problem number? Write each of the following numbers in Hindu-Arabic notation. Okay, so they have given the Roman numerals and we have to write it in Hindu-Arabic numerals, which is the numerals which we are using. Okay, so listen. What is the first A question? XXV. Okay, XXV. X stands for 10. Another X stands for 10. V stands for 5. So you can write it in your pencil in the above. 10, 10, 5. So actually this is in descending order. If it is in descending order, you can directly add it. Okay, so 10 plus 10 plus 5. For 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 5, 25. Okay, this is how. First you should write the numbers on the top by using the pencil. If it is in descending order, you can directly add it. If sometimes if it comes in this greatest, then smallest, then again greatest, then subtractionist takes place. So I will explain you for that alone. Okay, listen. So next is what is the next question? B question. B question is XLIV. Okay, so X stands for 10, L stands for 50, I stands for 1, B stands for 5. Okay, so here smallest number, greatest number, smallest number, greatest number. So what happens here? Actually the subtractionist takes place. Okay, so what you should do, if this is the case, you should subtract like this. Okay, L minus X plus V minus 1. Okay, L minus X plus V minus 1. Like this you should do it. What is the L value? 50 minus what is X value? 10. I just pencil what I have written is a rough work for your reference, but you should not write in the exam like this. Okay, which means I am subtracting 50 minus 10 plus 5 minus 1. Okay, 50 minus 10 is 40, 5 minus 1 is 4. So answer is 40 plus 4, 44. Actually this is not a B question. I have given an extra question for you for your reference. Okay, how to solve this? So if this is a case, smallest number, greatest number, smallest number, greatest number comes, we are going to subtract the greatest number minus smaller number plus greatest number minus smaller number. 50 minus 10, 40 plus 5 minus 1, 4. 40 plus 4, 44. Okay, next is your C question. B question I will teach you later. Okay, XCIV. XCIV. So X stands for 10, C stands for 100, I stands for 1, V stands for 5. So here smaller, greater, smaller, greater. That you understood. So what you should do? You have to subtract greater minus smaller plus greater minus smaller, because 100 minus 10 plus 5 minus 1. Okay, so 100 minus 10 is what? 90 plus 5 minus 1 is what? 4. So 90 plus 4 is 94. Okay, XCIV. X stands for 10, C stands for 100. You should write it in pencil for your reference. Smaller, greater. If it comes in descending order, no problem. You just add like this. But here, smaller, greater coming. So what you should do? You should subtract this greater minus smaller. Usually subtraction you will do like that only, no? Greater number minus smaller number plus greater number minus smaller number. 100 minus 10, 90 plus 5 minus 4, 5 minus 1, 94. 90 plus 4, 94. Next, DCXLIX. DCXLIX. D question. D stands for, what is the D value? 500. Okay, what is the D value? 500. C stands for 100. X stands for 10. L stands for 50. Y stands for 1. X stands for 10. See, listen. 500, 100, 10, 50, 1, 10. So, these two as usual coming in correct order. 500, 100 because greater, smaller. But here, smaller, greater. So, what I told you, smaller, greater, now subtract. This two, it comes in proper order. So, you can add these two. This two comes in different order, which means smaller, greater. So what you should do, you should subtract it. So now what I'm just doing is 500 plus 100 because it comes in correct order. 500 plus 100 plus 50 minus 10 because it is not in proper order. 50 minus 10 plus 10 minus 1. Okay, now 500 plus 100 because first you should do the operation inside the bracket. 50 minus 10 is 40. 10 minus 1 is 9. Now shall we add it? 500 plus 100? 600. 600 plus 40? 640. 640 plus 9? 649. You can add and see. 500, 100, 49. So 9, 4, 6. So answer is 649. So what is the answer? 649 because listen, D question 500, C question 100, X 10, L 50, I 1, X 10. Okay. So here this two comes in same order, so just add it, which means greater, smaller it is coming. But here smaller, greater coming. So what you are doing, you have to do the subtraction. Plus smaller, greater coming, subtraction. So then add all the values. Understood, children? Next is your answer is XIV. X stands for what? 10. I stands for 1. V stands for 5. Okay, so what you will do? 10 I will write as such plus because 10 it is a greater number. After that smaller number. After that greater number. So what you will do? You will subtract it. 10, 5 minus 1. Okay, 10, 5 minus 1 because smaller, greater. 10 as such you will put plus smaller, greater coming, so 5 minus 1. So 10 plus 4, 10 plus 4, 14. Okay, understood? Next, F question. XXXVII. XXXVII. X stands for 10. X stands for 10. X stands for 10. V stands for 5, I stands for 1, I stands for 1. So it is in the descending order. Understood? How it is in descending order? 10, 10, 10, 5, 1, 1. So it is in descending order, greatest to smallest. So if it is in descending order, what you will do? You just add the values. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. So 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 5, 35. 35 plus 1, 36. 36 plus 1, 37. So answer is 37. So since it comes in the descending order, we are just adding all the values and writing 37. Understood, children? This is your G question. What's your G question? CXI. Okay, CXI. What is the C value? 100. What is the X value? 10. What is the Y value? 1. So it is actually in what order? It is in descending order. See, listen, 10, 100, 10, 1. So biggest to smallest it is there. So what you will do? You just added 100 plus 10 plus 1. 100 plus 10, 110. 110 plus 1, 111. You just add and see all those three things. You will get the answer. Because it is in descending order, you are just adding it. Okay. Now, next question is XVI. XVI. So X stands for what? 10. V stands for 5. I stands for 1. So this is also in descending order. Greatest, then after this 5, then after that 1. So what shall we do? We can add it directly. So 10 plus 5 plus 1. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. So 16 is our answer. Okay children. Next. DCCC. Okay, what is our question? DCCC. So D stands for what? 500. C stands for 100. C stands for 100. Then C stands for 100. Of these are all. So what order it is? It is in descending order. So it is in what order? Descending order. So what shall we do? You can directly add the value 500 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. Okay, now 500 plus 100, 600. 600 plus 100, 700. 700 plus 100, 800. So what is the answer for this Hindu-Arabic numeral for this DCCC? 800. Understood? Next, CCCVII. CCCVII. C stands for what? 100. C stands for 100. Another C stands for 100. V stands for 5. I stands for 1. I stands for 1. So now what I just doing is, it is in what order? It is in descending order. 100, 100, 100, 5, 1, 1. So it is in what order? Descending order. So what shall we do? We can directly add it. 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. So answer is 100 plus 100, 200. 200 plus 100, 300. 300 plus 5, 305. 300 plus 5 plus 1, 306. 306 plus 1, 307. Okay, so answer is 307. So this is what the Hindu-Arabic numeral for CCCVII. Okay, next is your ML. What does M stands for? 1000. What does L stands for? 50. So whether it is in descending order? Yes, this is greatest and this is smallest. What shall we do? You shall directly add it. 1000 plus 50. 1000 plus 50, 1050. Okay, you can add and see in the rough column. Okay. Next, L question. What does the L stands for? 50. Only L is there. So what shall I write? I can write the direct answer as 50. Okay, we can directly write the answer as 50. Okay. Next, XLIX. So what is the X value now? 10. What is the L value now? 50. What is the I value now? 1. What is the X value now? 10. So what shall we do now? We should subtract it. Why? Because 10, 50. So smallest, greatest, smallest, greatest. So smallest, greatest comes. You should subtract it. 50 minus 10 plus 10 minus 1. So 50 minus 10, 40 plus 10 minus 1, 9. So 40 plus 9, 49. So this is your B question. So always greatest, smallest come, no problem. Smallest, greatest comes alone. You should subtract greater number minus smaller number. Understood, children? Next is your put greater than, less than or equal to sign. So actually they have given the Roman numerals. We have to compare these two Roman numerals and we have to write which is greater, which is smaller. Okay, so first what you should do, we can't directly compare using the Roman numerals. So what you should compare, you can convert them into Hindu-Arabic numerals first. Okay, then we can easily convert it, right? So what is the X stands for? 10. I stands for 1. B stands for 5. So here greater, smallest, no problem. Then again greater. So what you will do? You will subtract it like 10 plus the pencil which I am writing. You can write it in pencil. Okay. 5 minus 1. Okay. 10 plus 5 minus 1. So 10 plus 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So answer of this is 14. Next ix, so ix is 10. So smallest greatest, so actually what takes place here? Subtraction. So what you will do? You will subtract it. 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, 10 minus 1 is 9. So what answer is 9. So which is greatest here? 14 is greatest. So obviously this value xiv is greater than ix. xiv is greater than ix. That you keep it in your mind. Okay. Next cxi. C stands for what? 100. X stands for 10. I stands for 1. So it is in descending order. Greatest, after that next smallest, next smallest. So what you will do? You just add it. 100 plus 10 plus 1. So 100 plus 10, 110. 110 plus 1, 111. So answer is 111. Okay, what is M stands for? M stands for 1000. So which is so answer of M is 1000. So which is greater? 1000 is greater. So shall I put the greater number towards M? So cxi is less than M. cxi is less than M. Next xxv. X stands for 10. X stands for 10. V stands for 5. So this is what the descending order. So what you will do? 10 plus 10 plus 5. 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 5, 25. Answer is 25. Next, what is V stands for? 5. So which is greater? This one is greater. So xxv is greater than V. xxv is greater than V. Next, D question. What is the D question? We have to compare C and L. C stands for 100. L stands for 50. So which is greater? C is greater than L. So this is how you should compare everything. First you have to convert each and every Roman numeral to Hindu-Arabic numeral. Then you can compare the values and you can put the greater number sign or lesser number sign. Okay, children? Now you can take page number 28, where they have given you a worksheet. Okay, that is what your homework today. In the worksheet, first question is what? We are going to match the Roman numerals with the Hindu-Arabic numerals. I hope you can do this. Okay, just what you are doing is, in the pencil you can write how to convert the Roman numerals to Hindu-Arabic numerals and you can match it. Okay, then second question, tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer means what? For that Hindu-Arabic numeral, there will be some, like 49. 49 some Roman numeral will be there, whether it comes in those three options or not. So that you can tick that answer. Okay. Next, third is which is greater. Now we have already discussed now which is by comparing two Roman numerals, we have found that one is greater than the other. Like that we can write it. Next, multiply and write the answers as Roman numerals. That what you are just doing is a question. IV into V. Is there, right? IV stands for 4. Into V stands for 5. So 4 5s are 20. So you should write the 20 in Roman numerals. 20 is XX. So you should multiply those two answers. For that answer, you should write it in Roman numerals. Okay, this is what your homework. You can take more effort to do these problems. Okay, children? Today's class, we have discussed how to convert the Roman numerals into Hindu-Arabic numerals. Then how to compare the numerals. Then I have given one worksheet as homework. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.